Sometimes, the truth is not what we see, but what we overlook. Welcome to the perspective, where we pierce the veils of the world and seek the secrets lurking in the shadows. Today, we enter a labyrinth of instincts, beliefs, and hidden forces. We talk about the red pill, a worldview that claims to reveal the true nature of men and women. At its core are hypergamy and woke culture, two forces clashing in our world. What drives us? What remains hidden? Let us dive into the depths. The red pill, a term born in the Matrix. A choice to abandon illusion and face reality as raw, as uncomfortable as it is. In online communities, the red pill is more than a symbol. It is a philosophy, a fundamental lens on biology, distinguishing men from women. It claims evolution has shaped our instincts that guide our desires, our choices. But modern society, says the red pill, obscures these truths with narratives of equality and social constructs. Picture someone swiping on a dating app, wondering why matches never come. Or a woman meeting a charismatic man, yet sensing he won't commit. The red pill insists these are not coincidences. This is biology, hypergamy, instincts, evolution. But how does the red pill stand against woke culture, which rejects these ideas? Let us begin. At the heart of the red pill lies a concept, hypergamy. The red pill claims women are biologically programmed to seek partners who are better in status, resources, strength. Why? Evolution. Thousands of years ago, women had to choose partners who could offer protection and provision to ensure their children's survival. Studies, like those by David Buss, show women often prefer men with higher income, social influence, or physical dominance. Hypergamy is not a conscious choice, it is an instinct, deeply rooted in our biology. Digging deeper, hypergamy means women do not seek equality, but superiority. Imagine a successful lawyer dating a charismatic entrepreneur. His confidence, network, and success captivate her. But when she learns his business is faltering, her interest fades. The red pill says this is hypergamy. She instinctively seeks a man who surpasses her status, even if she does not consciously plan it. Another example. A young woman swipes on a dating app. She skips the kind but unassuming accountant and messages a confident fitness coach with thousands of followers. Why? The red pill says the coach signals status, dominance, alpha qualities. Hypergamy guides her choice, even if she does not call it that. The red pill argues this instinct is universal. Even in modern societies where women build careers, they seek partners who rise above through charisma, wealth, or influence. But hypergamy has downsides. The red pill says in a world where women are successful, finding better partners becomes harder. The lawyer might reject men because few surpass her status. Meanwhile, men like the accountant feel overlooked, beta men who cannot keep up. The red pill advises men, work on yourself, become confident, strong, successful. Only then can you overcome hypergamy. But what does woke culture say about this? The red pill is in direct conflict with woke culture, the core of modern societal thinking. Woke means being awake to injustices, to social constructs, to the power of culture over biology. Woke culture claims gender differences are largely socially constructed. Men and women are equal in their potential, their desires, their possibilities. Gender roles are changeable. Identity is fluid. Hypergamy is an outdated stereotype that reduces women to biology. Woke culture celebrates individuality and equality. Picture a female engineer thriving in a male-dominated field. She seeks a partner who shares her values, not one who outranks her status. Woke culture says she proves culture can dissolve gender roles, or consider a man working part-time to care for his children. Woke culture says he shows masculinity is flexible. Men do not need to be dominant. The Red Pill scoffs at this. It calls woke culture a blue pill, a delusion that blinds us to reality. The Red Pill says hypergamy is alive. Even the engineer will instinctively seek a man who impresses her, perhaps through charisma or success. The nurturing father risks losing in the dating game because women crave alpha qualities, not beta sensitivity. The Red Pill argues woke culture denies biology. Evolution has wired us, men for competition, women for hypergamy. No progressive ideology can erase that. An example: woke culture promotes dating apps that emphasize equality. Everyone should seek values, not status. But the Red Pill says look at the data. On platforms like Tinder, the top men, attractive, successful, confident, get the most matches. Women, even successful ones, choose upward. Hypergamy thrives, says the Red Pill, while woke culture ignores it. Another case. Woke culture celebrates ads showing men and women in equal roles, both as leaders, both as parents. The Red Pill counters that is superficial. In real life, women instinctively seek men who dominate in careers, relationships, life. Who is right? To understand hypergamy, we must look back, thousands of years back. In evolution, we lived in small groups. Men hunted, fought, risked their lives. Women gathered, cared for children, chose partners who offered protection and resources. These roles shaped our brains. Studies, like those by Robert Trivers, show men invest less in offspring, so they seek more partners. Women, bearing children for 9 months, choose carefully for status, strength, reliability. Hypergamy was critical for survival. A woman who chose a weak partner risked hunger, danger, the loss of her children. A woman who chose a strong, influential man secured her future. Imagine a woman in a bar meeting two men. One is loud, charismatic, telling stories that captivate the room. The other is quiet, kind, but unremarkable. She is drawn to the first. Why? The Red Pill says he signals alpha qualities, dominance, status. Hypergamy drives her, even if she does not consciously notice. Today, hypergamy is more complex. Women build careers, earn their own money. But the Red Pill says the instinct persists. A successful woman still seeks men who surpass her in charisma, influence, wealth. This creates conflicts. Men without high status feel sidelined. The Red Pill advises, become alpha, train, build status, be confident. Woke culture says be yourself, values matter, not status. But what happens when biology speaks louder than culture? The Red Pill and its focus on hypergamy face critics, especially from woke culture. They say hypergamy is a stereotype. It reduces women to instincts and ignores culture, upbringing, individual differences. Studies show in countries with high gender equality, women often choose partners based on shared interests, not just status. Picture a woman marrying an artist because she loves his creativity. Woke culture says she proves hypergamy is not universal. The Red Pill retorts she is an exception. Most women instinctively aim higher. Scientifically, hormones like estrogen and testosterone influence behavior, but not uniformly. Culture shapes us too. Woke culture emphasizes evolution did not just produce hypergamy, it also fostered cooperation and adaptability. Critics argue the Red Pill embitters men. By telling men they must become alpha, it creates pressure. It also dehumanizes women, reducing them to hypergamy. Woke culture says people are more than their genes. The red pill replies, deny the genes, and you deny reality. Despite the criticism, the red pill grows. Millions follow it in forums, on YouTube, in social media. Why? Because it asks questions many feel. Imagine a man exhausted from years of dating, believing women only want successful men. The red pill tells him that is hypergamy. Work on yourself, become alpha. Or picture a woman dating successful men but finding no one who stays. The red pill says she is instinctively seeking status, but woke culture denies it. The red pill speaks to those who feel deceived. Men who believe woke culture disempowers them by rejecting traditional masculinity. Women lost in a jungle of dating and expectations. Woke culture says the answer is equality, freedom, self-determination. The red pill says the answer is accepting hypergamy and embracing biology. Who is right? The red pill is a lens. It forces us to confront hypergamy, an instinct driving women to seek better partners. It demands we take biology seriously, understand evolution. But it wages war with woke culture, a view that places culture above instincts, equality above differences. What do you see? Is hypergamy the truth behind the veils, or a shadow that oversimplifies women? Is woke culture a liberation, or a denial of our nature? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us your experiences. Have you felt hypergamy in life? What do you think of woke culture? Subscribe to The Perspective to unravel more mysteries of our world. Next week, a new enigma awaits. Stay vigilant.